where do you go to find out current information to really add value to your program and give some type of substantiation and build some loyalty into your program by having some knowledgeable information to back it up and support it?
I'll visit with physical therapists. I'll visit, with chiropractic people. I'll visit with athletic trainers. I'll visit with other strength coaches, going to conferences, constantly trying to learn new ways of doing things. I think that once you put your hands on a kid, whether that's to stretch them, anytime that you can make them feel better, I think that you've captured them and you have them. And so learning different modalities and incorporating them in your workout, whether that's like before they come in to lift or after they lift, they're like, I feel this, and being able to help them feel better, you capture them, and then they want to come back and work harder because they know that you have their best interests in hand. I tell them, my number one goal for you is for you to play pain-free and move as efficiently as possible. If we can do those two things, you're going to play that much better. And so we're going to incorporate, those different things within the weight room and the strength and conditioning and athletic performance department here.
You touched a little bit on flexibility. And how do you actually go about implementing a sports performance flexibility program into your system? Are you a foam roller guy at the beginning and partner stretching at the end? Do you use bands? Is it just touching your toes? You do it when they're cold or when they're warmed up? Or how do you manipulate that aspect of getting your guys ready and keeping sure that they're flexible?
Yeah, I'm a big guy in flexibility, and so what I like to do is we'll come in, we'll warm up before we lift. We'll foam roll every single day, whether that's after we lift, after practice, we'll foam roll. And what we'll do is when we go through our screens, we'll look at the overactive muscles, and so we'll develop a plan for each guy post-practice, 3 stretches, static stretches for him, 4 after weights, 3 static stretches, and 4 foam roll areas that they need to really concentrate on for their body to help it balance itself back out because we've already hit, during the strengthening part of it, we've already hit the underactives. And so we'll go through that and use that at the end of each workout. Some guys, I don't like to do a ton of static stretching. I do more movement preparation and dynamic warm-ups. Some guys like to be stretched, and so it gets their mind ready to go, and so we will do that. I think it has its place. I don't like to do it when they're cold. I like them to move around and get their body temperature up before we do it. And so I think flexibility, is key, but I don't think that each guy necessarily has to be the most flexible person in the world. I think that is over the years I've learned. At first I used to think that, everybody has to be able to, reach 4 inches past their toe, and so I've gotten away from that. I think that there's some guys that if you make them too flexible, you're hurting their performance. I think you have to be flexible for your sport. So I don't want a basketball player as hypermobile as I do a gymnast, or we're just setting ourselves up for injury. I think that if you take that component away from them and their body's not used to that, then that's going to cause a reaction and in turn probably an injury.